What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big Boy Talk. Today, we're going to have to talk about them Pacers and that crazy upset win. And if we stick on here long enough later on, we got to get into a little discussion about a couple different topics. You know how we like to do the free flow at the end of the show. Um, Mental health was one of the things I had on my mind and had a few things I wanted to say about it, but it might have to get saved for another show. We'll see. So, my co-host in the building, Mr. J the Six, Mr. Ghost. How y'all doing?
Say, nah, it's Friday. We good. We good.
Sound like you good? Man, we're doing fine, man. We're doing fine.
Yeah, man, it's good to hear, man. It's been, it seems like every week comes, well, really every day comes with new challenges, right? Um, but it's up to us to always fight through and get through, and that's gonna be part of the conversation we have later if we get to it. Your boy ain't feeling the greatest tonight, so we'll see if I could make it through. We got Mr. Jared in the building, and for those who don't know, this man himself produces some fire content. Go check him out. Jared 11 Green, Southern Baller Show, great content. So let's start it off. Let's start it off right. The Pacers. I thought it was done. I thought it was over. And the Halle Band does it again. My boy steps up, gets the rebound off of SGA missed jump shot, brings it up court, says, forget the timeouts. I got this. And pulls up. And I just remember somebody, who was it? Fears. Didn't Fears just say this man didn't have a pull up? He's got a funky shot. He can't really pull up like SGA can. Well, he did it last night. And bang! For the game. And they pulled the upset. Hey. Crazy work, bro. The Halle Band does it again. What was your thoughts, man, when you seen that happen? Jay, we're gonna start with you. How did it make you feel?
Kind of made me feel a little bit salty because I chose the Thunder, to win, and really I was right for the fourth quarter. Then Thunder started to forget how to play basketball and starting to play like the Trailblazers. So Halle Band, what the hell whatever you want to call him this year. Now he's proven time and time again, don't count him out. Don't you ever count him out, especially coming down to the final seconds. Like that's his third, fourth game time, no shot. You know what I'm saying? Not even this year, not in these playoffs alone.
Mr. Ghost, what was your thoughts?
I mean, nothing ain't changed over here. I already got them going, winning the thing. Like I said, I don't know, like 2-3 weeks ago. New champion, Pacers. We'll see if they hold it up. But I got a little $20 with a random out there in the streets. He swear SGA gonna do what he gonna do, but I ain't got it going down like that.
Yeah. So I actually, it is just gonna sound crazy, but we did a show and we gave our predictions. I think it was during the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, or right before the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. And I said, if OKC goes to the finals, I thought OKC was going to win. And I agreed on that all the way up until, I want to say, the Pacers pulling out against the Knicks started to make me hesitate because of the way they were doing it. And then Wednesday, during LBHT, I came out and said, you know what? Pacers in 6. And there was still a part of me that said it's going to be tough because SGA is guaranteed that he's showing you he can give you 30 to 40 a night. Whereas Halliburton, he's not always going to give you those numbers. So I was kind of still leaning towards the Thunder, but now I was like, it's just something about the Pacers though, because the Pacers to me, their depth is more consistent. Right? I feel like the Pacers depth is more consistent. He gets more help from his role players and his other guys than SGA does on a nightly basis. So that's what made me go Pacers in 6. But it could still go either way. I'm looking forward to an exciting series, man. And they kicked it off on the right foot.
So do you think the Pacers got their version of Tayshaun Prince over there?
Do we want to say Tayshaun Prince? I guess. I'm guessing you talk about Pascal Siakam.
Well, I mean, just Detroit was the underdog to the Lakers, and then that 6th man just turned up for him, which was Tayshaun, and it was just like, Kobe and Shaq might have something to worry about.
Yeah, you know what, man? Tayshaun wasn't the 6th man for that team. He was the starting small forward.
You sure?
Yeah, Tayshaun was their starting small forward. That's why I went to Pascal Siakam. Their starting 5. Man. It was Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, and Chauncey Billups was the starting 5.
I forgot who their 6th man was, but their 6th man just went crazy that year, and it was just like, oh, okay, I think maybe they got it.
Was it Rodney Stuckey on that team?
Stuckey might have been on the bench. Yeah, he might have been on the bench.
He was. I don't think he was the first man off the bench though.
Yeah, I know they had a lot of guys they rotated in, and that was the thing about that. Lindsey Hunter. Lindsey Hunter was on that team. Was on that team.
Yeah, ironically, Darvin Ham was on that team.
Yep.
And they trusted him to coach the Lakers.
And I think they had what's his name? Marco Doncic? I think his name. No, I forgot his last name. But the other center they used to rotate in.
No, well, this one I ain't about to hurt my. Well, let me just share my screen. I ain't about to hurt myself.
Milicic.
Who?
Is it Darko Milicic or is it a different one?
I
don't think it was Darko.
I don't know if I can see that or not.
Now you got to scroll in a little more. It's this got your boys out here struggling.
Yeah, Darko Milicic.
Yeah, Darko Milicic. Yep.
Y'all got me out here thinking I'm crazy.
Darko Milicic to rotate in. So they were for the most part they were top heavy, but they were a strong defensive team.
What was Elden Campbell? 50 at that point? 13 years in the league. Golly.
Yeah. Yeah, that squad was nasty, bro. That squad was they were never supposed to be. They were never supposed to be contending.
Hold on. I don't think Tayshaun Prince started over Wallace. You had Sheed and Ben.
Yeah, she played the 4 and Ben played the 5.
We all knew Ben played the 5.
I thought Rip started at the small 4. Did they move him to shooting guard?
No, Rip was the 2. Rip was the 2, and Chauncey was the 1.
I don't know why I always thought Rip was the 3.
Yeah, Rip was the 2. That man was running off screens like it was nobody business.
We played him as the 2, as the 3 on the Wizards before Jordan got butthurt and traded him.
Yeah, they played him out of position. That's because Jordan don't know how to run the team either, though.
No, he does not. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know Hubert Davis was on this team.
Yeah, they had a little. You got Campbell over there. Mm-hmm. They had a little squad that was like, it was a very strong defensive squad, but then they put up just enough points because they were limiting teams when it came to points. So you had to they just had to score. I think they only had to score like 92, 80, 85 points to win a game.
They limited teams to points, and then they got the rebounds back too. So it was just like,
yeah.
Even when they missed, they'd be like, "Oh, Ben Wallace with the offensive rebound, kick it back out for him."
Exactly.
Look, word of advice:
Exactly.
if you ever see a man wear wristbands, especially in the year of our Lord 2025, just go the other way. It ain't worth it.
Bro, it's one of those things, man. That team was different. And I've never seen a team like that since.
I know Tay has a jumper, but I thought it was, for some reason I thought Rip played small forward at some point, but I wouldn't start him over Ben or Rasheed.
Yeah, that was only when they got in foul trouble or when they went small, like he said, and they want to stretch Tayshaun out to the 4.
It was always small. Ben Wallace was 6'9".
That's true, but he played way bigger than that.
Okay.
He did play way bigger, but
his ability was crazy.
Was a small lineup.
I'm about to say the amount of people that was that feared going to the paint when Ben Wallace was there. All right, 6'9".
Exactly. They played him out of position a lot. Yeah. See, the thing with Rip. With Rip. Yeah, with Rip, they looked for the mismatch on the other team. Who on that team? They looked at the lineup and they would say, who on that team could stick with Rip when he's running around coming off these screens? And they would see who the slowest guy was at the guard or 4 and let him run. And Rip would just tire dudes out. He would run the whole game, just figure 8s around the court the whole game, and just stop and pop a mid-range J. And it was clutch. It worked like consistently.
Like, bro, how bored do you have to be to get on a treadmill and just run for 3 hours just to see how long you can run before you decide you tired? He probably wasn't even tired. He was like, this is boring at this point, and just got off the motherfucker.
Yeah.
The man was watching Forrest Gump and said, like, I can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, again, they don't build teams like this. But what we're seeing in this Pacer team is a team they're gonna hustle and they're gonna score evenly throughout the squad. Right? It's
Miles Turner is Ben Wallace with 3-point shot. You heard it here first.
I'm not gonna say that because I don't see Miles Turner over there rejecting stuff like that. He's getting in the way.
Don't get me wrong.
He ain't setting people down.
Yeah. Like Miles Turner would get a block here now and then, but no, Ben was sending it to the 5th row. People fear.
I mean, this 2K, you got to lose one, get the other now. He got a 3-point shot, so instead of blocking shots, he redirected them.
Like, yes, he does redirect shots. I'll give him that, but that's still not the equivalent to a shot block for me. I mean, what Ben was doing was fear. Like
Reg want that OP, that overpowered 2K build. He ain't giving up nothing, getting everything.
Hey, nothing in the post, bro. Nothing.
Rebounding, what was it called? Rebound enforcer, paint protectors.
That's a paint beast.
That man Ben was one of a kind, bro. One of
every last one of my centers
is still dominate like that.
Beast. So I know the build very well.
Double wristband, and the headband. Sometimes,
dangerous.
Walk the other way.
Yep, dangerous.
He don't care about your life.
Nothing but
about his life.
You know, he actually said he only got his hair done at away games just to shut the fans up.
Wow.
He's like, he only got his hair done for away games to shut fans. People like, you got all that money, you ain't got your hair done. So he gets his hair done for an away game. And then the next home game, that joint be right back out.
So, question for you: how many games you got this final series going?
6.
6.
The NBA needs the entertainment.
I agree because that was about to be my next question. So y'all both got it going 6. Ghost has the Pacers winning. You got OKC winning, correct?
Correct.
All right, so I'm gonna say this: is this what the NBA needed? Is this the kind of exciting playoffs that the NBA needed? Because it does seem to me, maybe it could just be me, but it does seem like the NBA has been kind of losing its luster, where fans are kind of like, I'll come back during the playoffs or
Not the
even
exciting
during the playoffs
playoffs.
sometimes.
They needed the small market teams to do something.
Right. I mean,
And that's exactly what they got.
yeah,
They
a
got two
little bit.
small markets in the finals.
I can't say. I can't call OKC a small market. I mean, yeah, they're not the Lakers, they're not the Knicks, but you got SGA and Chet.
They're in Oklahoma.
T-Mobile. Okay. But I'm saying they still getting TV commercials, commercials here and there.
A
Deals,
small market team isn't like the size of the city. It's really how many people are. Like you say, New York. You split 3 New York teams. Just in your state alone, you'll have probably 3 to 4 million fans.
Yeah.
Oklahoma ain't got 300,000 people in the whole state.
Compared to California, who has so Oklahoma don't have like how the California does with the Lakers, with Golden State, with Sacramento. I mean,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I'm missing somebody, but yeah.
It's a big state.
Absolutely. That's the Indiana, Oklahoma, 2 of the smaller markets in the league. You did need to see different teams step up and make plays. I mean, that was one of the good things about when Milwaukee won it, right? It was like, oh my goodness, Milwaukee just won the championship. It made people watch the NBA and glue in again. And I think this series is going to do that too. But more importantly, it kind of evens out the field for the future of the NBA. Because now these young guys that's getting drafted don't have to look and say, or even these free agents aren't going to look and be like, I can't go over there because it's a small market. No, I still got a championship chance over there. You know what I mean? Because
I think the biggest thing is that these small market teams finally are paying the money to get good GMs and are willing to pay the players. Because a lot of times, small market teams before, it wasn't even that they couldn't compete. It was that they did what the Ravens do. Hey, I ain't paying that much for that motherfucker over there.
Or could it be that now they can afford it because of inflation? They collected a little extras. You know what I'm saying?
The salary cap is just like it is. It's just like it is in the NFL. There's a certain amount of salary cap that you're supposed to spend. The only thing that big market teams could do more easily is the luxury tax.
Yes.
And most teams who use the luxury tax still didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you were just spending an absorbent amount on a player who you didn't build around in the first place.
Yeah, but you got to remember when the problem with the small market teams wasn't necessarily that they didn't even want to play guys. Guys just didn't want to go there because they didn't have the exposure and they didn't have the same championship opportunity. Remember, a lot of guys was like, I can't really build my brand out there. It's changed since then. Now guys are like, I'm able to get on social media. I'm able to do this. I'm able to do that. I could build my brand anywhere now. Question now is, can you bring me to a championship? And they've built a squad that can obviously win a championship. And that's where they are now.
These European import players who are really good don't care about big or small market. They're happy to get that money they get in front of the NBA in the first place. So, yeah, if your boy Paul George don't want to come to OKC, shit, oh well. I'll go get the guy from Europe who's actually going to be able to play more than 25 games this season. I
mean, that's the other thing in the league right now. A lot of the star players are even from the U.S. You know what I mean? So we're not even dominating our own league anymore. That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough.
Hey, we still dominate in the Chinese Basketball Association.
Oh man, I'm gonna leave that alone, bro. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Well, Bill Murray saying, "Face Jam, go to the hole and dominate."
With that being said, do you think? Obviously, everybody knows about the comments made by Lisa Leslie, where she said the NBA players should donate to the WNBA. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that statement, but I do think the NBA should do more to push and promote the WNBA. It's a at this point it's a win-win. The WNBA is on top of their grind. They're as good as they've ever been. Like, it's always been a great watch. Physical basketball, great storytelling. You got great players. I think now there's probably just a little bit more drama because of social media. But why not give the WNBA more kind of
snap
credit, so to speak? You know, a little more, put them a little more out front than what they have been in years past.
Well, speaking of women's sports in general, Amanda Nunes wants to retire and face Juliana Pena, or the winner of Pena versus Harrison. But the fact is, Amanda Nunes retiring. Hold on. My bad, everybody.
No.
She gonna come back and get beat up.
Don't say that. Don't ever say that again.
Them hands is crazy.
Don't ever say that again. Hold on.
Jay said, "Don't you ever."
On set trip.
Yeah, Jerry, check your phone further. That's what I said. Hold on, like, speak like women's sports. I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute. You might have to see me.
It's like, let me stop. I want to go viral for a minute.
Yeah, that's crazy work. That's crazy work.
That's viral work.
I'm not gonna lie. Outside a couple, 2 or 3 names in the women's UFC division, it's been kind of lacking since she retired. So,
Man, Nunez had the last on her, didn't she? She had a little backside on her, didn't she?
That's not what we talk about right now, sir. We are talking about her skills in the ring.
Okay.
Why do you have to turn it to that?
I'm trying to be in her ring. What you talking about?
But what do you think? Do you think the NBA should do more to kind of give the WNBA a boost in popularity?
I mean, I don't as far as commercial wise, I think some of the, not saying all, but some of the better known males do be at courtside or whatever at the WNBA games, supporting, watching, doing interviews with whomever. But as far as donating money, I don't know these NBA, WNBA, these NBA players' pockets. But if they say they donating, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. Because the amount of, we already know the Grand Canyon size gap between NBA, WNBA salary. So LeBron James could throw in $5 million. Steph could throw in about another $5-10 million. Who knows? I don't know. But as far as support, you do see faces at the WNBA games, and I think you start seeing how Caitlin Clark and Tyrese Halliburton is professional relationship. She been supporting them throughout the whole playoffs. I think. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I mean the league is, like I said, highly competitive. My son are actually leading the game right now, which is completely shocking with the way we're going. And just to put it out there, if they are tanking for Juju, I don't think it's a good idea. Only because I'm not sure she's going to come out this year.
Why not? Why not? Seriously, why not?
Because we don't know if she's going to be fully healed from her injury.
Okay, that's one.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. First off, when is she coming back from her injury? And how much does she play? And how does she look when she plays? She might need a full another year before she's fully healed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think she's playing at all. And by the time rehab, start and then get clear for contact, it'll be time for the WNBA draft. So It's a gamble.
Yeah,
It truly is a gamble.
it is. It is a gamble. It is because if I'm Juju, a part of me says if it was me with the injury, when I'm healed, I play another season of college just to make sure I'm right before I go into the league. But at the same time, even if you're hurt, you're probably still going to go number one.
All right. I'm saying if I'm Juju, I ain't got nothing else to prove at the collegiate level. So might as well, get on a team.
That's true.
Get on like more professional diet. I mean, she probably already do got some of the best, coaches, in the corner. Anyway, right now, but get on a team. She's still gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? Get right. Get it with a professional or a better, health team. Then again, I don't know. It's gonna be hard because we're all predicting, Fudd to declare Barker from UCLA, old girl from that transfer from Notre Dame. So it's good. It's good. Yeah. It's gonna be like top. It's really gonna be like top heavy. For real.
Yeah, college ball is gonna be crazy again. It's always gonna be good.
So Suns got some decisions. Get a center
so
or face of the franchise.
Yeah. So there's a couple other topics we're gonna hit tonight. I don't think I'll be able to pull through on those. But I do want to give quick thoughts and bring something up as far as mental health goes.
I was going to get my turn or what?
I thought you already did. See, I told you I'm losing it, bro. I'm losing it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, dang. I got deep on my little thing in there, boy. Damn, Sean.
The facial expressions he was making, I'm thinking loud. I'm like, Red.
My bad. Yeah, that's my fault, bro. I don't. Yeah, I told you I'm a little off tonight. Go ahead.
I'll be honest with you. I would say the NBA itself should not intervene right now. Because right now they're naturally going up. And you already have people who are on the fence. And some of the people on the fence will come over naturally. But you have some of those people who they'll have a hate if it's getting pushed too hard. And they'll just absolutely refuse. They'll be like, "Oh, y'all trying to cram this down our throats, this and the third." Like, it's gonna feel unnatural. So then they're gonna fight for all of their life not to be a part of it. Now,
just like Medina, huh?
And if you want the NBA players to infuse money, give them an incentive. Like, I'm dropping $5 million. I'm not dropping $5 million just because I think the sport of basketball is I love basketball. Like, if I'm dropping 5, 10, 15, whatever, I'm dropping money. It needs to be like, hey, group of you NBA players decide XYZ will get together, come up with this much. That'll get you an expansion team. In an up-and-coming league, Bron, Draymond, 4 or 5 other guys get together. They drop $20 million apiece. Damn, expansion team in this state. You'll get guys who will group up. At least you could get at least 5 or 6 expansion teams.
I think the 3 of us can team up and get an expansion team in WNBA.
Now you can't do 6 in the same year. But you could at least do 2 every 2 years, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we should do it, bro. We should get our hats in on that. Let's get a WNBA team. I don't know. Jay looks confused. I think I should think about it. We could do it.
You trying to be like Ferris? Because remember Ferris bought into that
he
professional
did.
Team.
He did.
Ferris and E-Weezy.
Man, I think it's a good idea. Just the way my tax bracket, the amount I got back from my W-2s, I don't think I belong in that threshold.
Okay, so you heard it here first, right? We'd like to start WNBA team. We're gonna talk about this, right? And if y'all love us and y'all want us to start this team, we'll start a GoFundMe, and y'all can start feeding into that. We'll go start a team.
Getting that Patreon ready. That 3-headed Patreon.
You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for it.
J. Reg and Ghost.
So the last topic I want to hit real quick. I don't know if you fellas heard about it. There was a story. A lady locked her children in the oven. And when the husband got home, I believe she turned it on too. And when the husband got home, she told him she did it. And he went and he tried to get him out, but it was too late. And when she was questioned about it, she said her sister did it. But her sister and the other people admitted that she did have mental issues. She had mental health issues. And I believe it was diagnosed as well. But she was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Now, one, I want to know, what do you guys think of the punishment, whether it be too harsh or not harsh enough? And two, should there be kind of a way to kind of check when you got parents in there giving birth to kids? I mean, should we look and see if, hey, does this mom have mental issues? Is that something they should check for on the spot? I know there's postpartum depression that women go through. So that's something that will kind of get in the way of them, being able to tell if someone has a mental disability or whatnot. But it just goes to show that we have to keep our eyes on people because we never know what they're going through up here, because that doesn't have an appearance to it. You know what I mean? Just I'm gonna start off. Ghost, I'm gonna start off with you. Give me your thoughts and let me know what you think.
I wasn't ready for that story. Like, I'm not even past the part of what you said. I know you said she got 5 years, but I know me. She's not getting that 5 years. If I'm her husband and she did that and I can't, she's not getting those 5 years. I'm getting 50.
That was the kicker. The husband forgave her.
No, she ain't getting that 5. I'm getting 50. She's not getting that 5. I ain't hitting women. You kill my kids, I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't care who you are. Ain't nobody safe.
No, I hear that.
There's no way in hell. Like, it ain't got to be my kid. It could be a kid. It could be your kid.
No, I hear that.
I come over and my friend says, hey, yeah, I lock my kid in the thing. It's in the third, and I look and see that kid's dead. Cause you ain't making it out of this house. I don't care what your family got to say. I don't care what your spouse got to say. If your spouse was there and they ain't do nothing, both of y'all ain't making it out of this house. It's just going. This is what it's going to be. What it is. Sorry, you heard a kid. There's no end to the earth that I will go.
Yeah, no, I hear that, man. It's very heartbreaking. It's very, very heartbreaking. They said the husband did forgive her because he knew something of her having some mental lapses or something like that. They said, I don't remember exactly what they said as far as the husband, but I know they said the sister, I think another family member, did step forward and say she does have mental health issues
after she did it. I don't want to hear that shit after she did it. Y'all niggas is fucking innocent. Y'all niggas is to blame for the shit too. Because guess what? If she'd have picked up a gun and went and shot somebody out here in these streets, they would have said, if y'all all knew this, then y'all are now accessories.
So here's the kicker, right? And I'm gonna say this before Jay gets to go too, and before you even rebuttal. My thing was, and I said this to my lady when my lady were talking about it. She should have gotten more time just off the strength of you knew well enough to tell the husband what you did, and you knew well enough to lie and say somebody else did it, that means you know well enough to get this time that you should be getting. You know what I'm saying? So her getting 5 years and not longer is, I think, a thing of her getting, maybe there's some sympathy because she's a female, but I think her getting the right judge took part in that.
What race is she?
She was an African American woman, I believe. I believe it was an African American woman. I'm not completely sure. I gotta go look the story up again.
Honestly, she should have got death penalty, as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't even say life, because life is only considered 50 years, and in some states, good behavior, you're out in 35, so you could survive that. She should, none of that shit. But I mean, it also happened before. It was I forgot the name of that white lady, but she basically played with her kids, strung them up in the backyard, all types of crazy shit, and she got like 5 years.
Yeah,
So
I can't seem to find the story. I had it saved in here, but it must have got
I don't
deleted.
know what's up with these judges and women that's killing their kids and only getting 5 years, but no, that's completely sanity. She should have got the whole book and then some. She should have got life for each one of them kids. And it should have also been charges more than just murder, because that is the cruelest form of goddamn torture that you could possibly think of. You imagine being a kid getting locked in an oven by your parents, and then they turn it on. You're burning to death, knowing the person who's supposed to have brought you into this life is the person who actually is taking you out, and a slow death like that.
As I say, I think being burnt alive is the second most painful. Once you the second or third most painful thing to go through, besides the woman given birth. But, yeah.
That's just sadistic. Ain't no way 5 years was enough. And mental health or not,
it wasn't.
Anybody involved who knew that she had those issues, they should get 5 years apiece.
So, I found it, and this woman is from Atlanta, and yes. Wait, is this her? I don't know if this is the right one. Which, if there's more than one person that's done this, this is outrageous. But if this is the right one, her ruling was changed. Okay, I can't find the story I had from earlier. I'm sorry about that. But the story I just found, this woman's ruling was changed to life in prison, which is what's deserved. So that might have been her, where she was sentenced to 5 years, and then they ended up changing her, sentencing her to life after the fact. But to even think, again, that's if that's the right one. I don't remember the one from earlier, but to even think of something, and Kay says it right here, that's torture, and that is 100% torture, no matter how you cut it. But this is why mental health, and not just in women or men, or even in America, mental health in the world is important. And I don't think it gets the respect it deserves as far as looking into what can cause it, how things to cure it, things to help. I know for some people, like myself, I pray. I pray all the time. It's a regular thing for me. That helps, right? But there's people out here who are so far past that point. And again, it's not a thing where you can look at someone and just tell it's something wrong. This doesn't have a disfigurement to it. It's blind to the eye. And for those people out there who do have issues or they need someone to talk to or anything like that, I advise you to don't be afraid to talk to someone. Don't be afraid to get help. Seek help. You know, talk to a loved one. If your loved one doesn't care, then seek professional help. Don't be afraid to admit it because there's nothing wrong with it. It takes a stronger, forget what people say, where, especially for us men, because us men hear a lot that you're weak if you seek help, or you're weak if you can't handle what's going on with you. That's false. That's 100% false. Men, women, everybody, please don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. Guys, you got anything else you want to say on this subject?
I would say my biggest problem with mental health issues is somebody's going through something and suffering with it, and you know what that person may be capable of, and you think you're protecting them by not saying anything, or you know that something is wrong, or you think something is wrong, and you just go, nah, it's my brother. We've been through X, Y, Z. You know this and the third. That's my sister. Like, nah. If you see the signs, it's better to be safe than sorry. There's people who came out immediately and said, "Oh, well, she has these problems." Where were you when she needed help? 5150 is easy to goddamn call in. Let them take care of her for 48 hours and make sure that she's straight. Them kids died for no reason. If any inkling that anybody in my family is could go do something wild. Now, if anything, I'm probably going to be the one to go do something off the wall. But if anybody in my family look like, okay, yeah, they're getting a little close to the deep end. Shit, there's been times where I was just absolutely frantic. My mom was like, "You better calm that down." I had them people here to make sure your ass will go spend 48 hours before you go do something crazy and hurt yourself or somebody else. And I know she was dead serious.
Get your people some help. Jay, you got anything you want to say?
On the topic, on the story overall, yeah, I can't say it better than B said it. Was, where was the people at? Where was her support group? And if so, if she could lie about it, then if she lied about it, that means you somewhat like your mind somewhat like conscious. I don't think you were all the way there, so definitely no life for that because the kid, the kid, especially one as innocent as that, as young as that, didn't deserve that at all. Like, no, it has no choice but to look upon y'all, the adults around them, or whomever, as their protectors, as their guardians, and pretty much God rest their souls, or ends up right back where it started. I'm thinking like, were you just here? Well, yeah, but on Earth is it's crazy down there. Okay, but the mental health overall, please talk to somebody. Say something. Don't hold it in. I know for myself, speaking from experience, that like don't just assume that nobody's going to care. That's not fair. Not to everybody. Like to your family, to your close friends, to whomever. It's not fair. Like to keep it all to yourself and then explode on people. Out of nowhere. That's not fair. But what's helped me for the past year and a half, getting to my stuff, as y'all two know, y'all may know, to surround myself with good people, rekindling my relationship with my family that I have closed off due to my previous relationship. So definitely, there's always somebody that cares, whether it be a random stranger, but somebody in your blood. Like somebody always cares. I truly believe that somebody will always care because there's too many stuff happen like this. There's too many, people jumping off, Crescent City Bridge, Golden State Bridge, whatever, shotguns, to the head. You name it. There's just too many of that. So yeah, just please reach out. Always try to reach out.
Absolutely, and I couldn't have said it better myself, gentlemen. Y'all did phenomenal insight from both of you. We're gonna let you guys go on the night with that one. Jay, we'll start with you. Let the people know where they can find you.
Big Six on everything. Twitch,
There he is.
TikTok. Soon to come, Facebook. We're working on that. See if I can, stream my games on there or just add that to the repertoire. But yeah, cooking on something. In the beginning of a new skit right now, trying to see how I want to do it. Of course, revolving around the Panthers. The Panthers mixed with wrestling, so this excited to see that being brought to life. Should be coming somewhat soon. And on the more, I guess, funny note, I can't just leave out on the more sad tone, melancholy. Lil Wayne's new album, Tread Lightly. Tread Lightly.
Oh gosh, I'm Lil Wayne. I'm gonna have to listen to that. We might have to do a segment on that.
I said tread lightly. Just don't. I would say don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, I believe that. I've been telling people about Lil Wayne for a few years now. I mean, it's burnt.
He's still one of my favorites. It's just this album, yeah.
Understandable. Mr. Ghost, you want to tell them where they can find you, sir?
No, 86ghost.com. 86ghost on YouTube and also on Blue Sky. We don't mess with that Twitter, X, none of that deviant Bluebird stuff.
I said deviant you just
yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm still on Twitter. I get a lot of info on Twitter. I see a lot of stories and things on Twitter that I bring to the show to comment on. So. Twitter, Facebook.
I'm calling the info now.
So I'm just being honest. That's or I'm on there a lot. I'm still on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just following that whole tit for tat. I was just following the whole Donald Trump, Elon Musk tit for tat on there, which is affecting my money, man. Y'all need to get it together. They got stocks falling left and right, bro. They got stocks falling left and right. I don't like that. But yeah, me, Big Reg, here on YouTube. Yeah, I don't really rock with Facebook like that. I got an account, I don't really use it. Twitter, Big Reg. I don't have any other social media, as odd as that is. Oh, and Blue Sky, Big Reg as well.
So now I gotta get Blue Sky now. So y'all two have one.
You gotta get a Blue Sky. Yeah, you gotta get
Reg on both ops. He a Blue Sky and a Twitter guy.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta see what's happening on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Pause. That sounds crazy. Anyway.
Plus that TikTok coming soon for Reg.
It actually might be something I was thinking about doing, so it actually might be. But thank everybody for coming through. We hope you enjoyed the show. I know I'm cutting it shorter than normal here tonight. Not feeling that well, but hopefully next week we'll be back. Even though I kind of like the shorter show, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good about it. But y'all have a good night.
They're about to be on Twitch streaming.
And remember, Jay is about to be on Twitch streaming. So if y'all don't know, if you ain't got
Is
the
it day
purple app,
7?
go get the purple app. Matter of fact, how did I forget that? I got a
Day
Twitch
6?
as well. I just don't stream on there.
Me
Yeah, I
Oh, okay,
appreciate you,
good.
bro. Okay, I appreciate
Just
you
want to
coming
reference
through.
that 30-day run that he's doing on Twitch, just so they
Yes.
know.
Yes, 30 days straight. You got Jay every single day and or night streaming on Twitch, gaming.
And
I
sometimes
didn't
it's
say
after
both
midnight,
and
you
or.
know.
Yeah, a lot of times it's after midnight. He be trying to slip a minute so he can get a short stream in
Twitch
there.
uncut after dark.
Yeah, not for me. I'll be falling asleep. I'm old. I'm on status.
I fell
I'll be
asleep
passed out.
one time. Won't do that again.
Shit, I'm on status too. I think.
Woke up in the
you're
morning.
not on
What
status yet.
happened? Oh, I'm late for work.
Yeah, we're not even gonna reference that. Somebody had to get booted off the screen real quick.
For what?
We thank y'all for coming through. We love y'all, man. Stay blessed, and remember, if you need help, it don't hurt to ask. Peace.